When the negative spirits and negative psychics break into your homes amongst homes, they're researching you, they're studying you, they're looking for this, they're looking for that, asking different questions to your brain directly, asking questions to you, asking questions to the other negative spirits and psychics. They are using your memory to keep up with things inwards in your homes amongst home and outward, things you do around you in the physical world. More like 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days out of a year and more. As long as they're around you, they be using your memory to keep up with things about you. Here's one way the negative spirits and negative psychic think within inside your homes amongst homes. Okay, right now you're at a party and your talking is okay, it's flowable, everything the way it's supposed to, but it's just a little off, but it's still basically like okay. When this happens, more like later on, then a negative more like spirit or psychic will come behind you and believe you deserve to be punished in some type of way going by the way you was talking, so they want to make you sound more slower. They want to downgrade the way you talk. They want to more like butcher the way you talk. They want things to sound wrong and off. Here's another way they think. You can apply this to any type of activity you do in your life. Here goes an example. Okay, you start working out and you keep this up like 5 days out of the week, and you keep this up over a month. Next month happens, you actually more like start to take 1 day off. Now, since you took 1 day off, now they're gonna act on that. And it could be 2, 3, 4, 5 or more negative spirits and psychics is on this task of you. They're gonna try to make sure you don't hit no more 5 days. So they're gonna try to keep you at 4 days now. So they're gonna more like hit you with different emotion and different more like feelings to get you more like not to more like hit 5 days or more, to continue hitting 4 days. There as well we put more like a mental more like block as well over time on you to make sure you don't hit 5 days, to continue hitting 4 days. They're gonna put different thoughts into more like your head to get you distracted to not hit 5 days no more. They will keep this up. Then more like maybe next week you maybe try 3 days. They're gonna try that same pattern on you again. They're gonna try more like you try 2 days, they're gonna try that on you again. They're gonna try to keep on getting you down low until you do not walk out at all. To get you all the way down to you don't walk out at all. Of course, then what they're gonna try to more like do in a way you're not aware of them doing that to you. So definitely be aware of you doing anything in your life at a certain category and level, and then you start to slack off some. The moment you slack off, this is when they start to act on that slack off. They start to more adding on negativity stuff there, emotions, thoughts, and other things there for you to actually not to hit that same mark again. When they do this and follow behind you and try to depress you like that, there are ways to more like to still achieve your goals, including they are doing these things to you. Here's another way. If you're born about to talk about a topic about with someone, then when you come to that person, then you got more like multiple topics, and you find another topic you prefer to talk about the one you're about to come to them. If somehow you feel some resistance and some pull to talk about a new topic compared to that first topic, that little resistant pull you feel in your own mind, that is them. That's a negative spirit and psychic. So right then, they don't want you to do this. Since your original more like pitted, you're going to say it in that order. Since you changed the order up, now you are getting into the mindset. And as well, they show more like they don't want you to do it for another reason as well, controlling. So by switching things up like that at times into your mind, these are where you can tell they are entwined in between your thought process. So definitely be aware of that and try to switch it your thought process at times. See how that goes. Another way you can get into more the mind, more like a set, is more like if you do more like different activities. So you can go more like outside and you can more like wash your car, or you can more like start to eat, or you can just do something. When you do these things, the negative spirits and psychic like to get up real close to detailed sections of your brain. And when this happens, you can be more like feel the vibrations of them. And someone can actually more like hear these more the negative spirits and psychic. You can more like hear exactly more like what they're saying, and that as well more like look into more like their thought process. So yes, definitely want to do some different activities and be aware more like when they're getting real close. One thing when they want to get up close, they like to come from the back, like literally. A lot of them like to come from the back. I can't tell you how many times I caught a negative spirit, negative psychic literally coming from the back. And that feeling would be similar like you feel someone like walking up towards your back. It would be a similar feeling. So then be aware if you feel something like a little bit getting up close behind you. Another place to like to be more like on top or on your left or right. But first start on the back, then more like start up to the top. More like, or when it comes down to here. These are spots they like to get up real close, more like when you're doing activities. And of course, check more like directly eye to eye, more like the cedar, more like life, more like as in more like directly in the middle, more like your head. They like to be there as well at times, in corner around into that section, more like a few, like an inch or 2 inches, more like around there. So definitely like be aware of these sections when you're doing activities. Here's another way to get into the mind, and as well, this is a good test to see if this for trying to control you. Take a walk and hold your breath and put a timer on your breath. Now once you got your timer, do that walk again and really pay attention of that feeling coming up. It's that feeling that feel like, well, that's about enough and you need some air. Be aware of this feeling here. Now since you got your timer, now see, can you beat the timer you did? Do your usual stuff more like when you're trying to hold your breath more longer. Now go for beating that time. Now, if you hold your breath, you should be able to go more longer. If you're having problems to go more longer, even after you hold your breath and do your usual stuff, then yes, they are all into your breathing category. When they're in your breathing category, even when you use special more like techniques to hold your breath longer, it's not going to work. They're trying to keep it at a certain time each time. Now, when this happens, when that feeling comes up in your head trying to more like get you to get more air, be aware of that and resist that feeling. Into this feeling, you will start to feel a separation between you and them. To make sure you don't hold your breath more longer, they be controlling your breathing. They control how long it lasts. By holding your breath, you will feel the separation. When you feel more like your face, your breath, and feel that separation is you and them. So definitely like spot out between the difference. And it could be multiple negative spirits and psychics on you, multiple ones. Could be more like a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or more on you, holding down more like your breath. When you inhale and exhale, they all in there. Your inhale and exhale category. So definitely try this out and feel that separation between you and them. So definitely feel that separation. This is another way to get into the mind, and this is a overlook on thing to be doing over the years. People been overlooking it a long time, but they all in there controlling you. Now, if you had that time, you had a certain music playing in your head, and it keeps on playing for a while, and I say more after more like a certain amount of time, it probably stopped. But if you wanted to make it stop more sooner, more like you usually got to more like play that exact song and then usually be over. Now this is the first section of them like doing something. The next stage from playing in your mind, your lips, and you stop like on singing it. I mean, just automatically the words just automatically coming out of your mouth. Now, if you're not doing it, then it's someone else, and that's a negative spirit and psychic controlling you. They want to hear that song, so they're doing all these things to get you more to play that song. Now, it's a lot of things that's overlooked out there to be doing, and this is definitely one of those things. It's definitely overlooked. So definitely like be aware of these things happening to you. They definitely like to get very involved in things you do in life, especially like music and stuff. So if you start liking a song, they're gonna start liking it, and the more you play it, the more they're gonna start to like it, and then all of a sudden they're gonna want you to play it again. The same way you got things you like and you got habits. They being more like inside of your homes amongst homes. They build more habits amongst homes too, so definitely be aware of that. There are more ways to get inside the negative spirit, negative psychic, inside of the mental process when they're inside your homes amongst homes. But on this will do it more like for this one. If you want to hear more longer, more detailed things about these topics, go to www.youtube.com/official Mr. Veil 1. Over there I talk more about these things, more deeper and more depth, more details on topics people will not more be talking about for a lot of different reasons, but those reasons do not apply to me, so I will be talking about those things. I'll catch y'all over there, or I'll catch y'all over here. I'll see y'all next time.